So they walk around, you gotta look up, make sure. Good morning, Doug.
Good morning.
How are you today? Survived the snow? Survived the snow?
No, didn't. Looks like you guys did all right.
Oh, yeah. Yep.
Didn't have one little slip on the way here.
No, none. None at all.
We're up.
More than
Speaking of that, salaries.
yeah.
Oh my gosh.
I thought there was one for Jeff. Perfect. Thank you. How you doing, guys?
Good, how are you?
Great. Wasn't there a semi off somewhere in Jackson County?
Do what?
Wasn't there a semi slid off somewhere in Jackson County? Right.
South 175.
I thought there was, and the day it was gone. I'm like, not seeing things or what?
Told me it was still there yesterday.
Well, now the one down on
That's-
Shawnee County is,
It's still.
but I thought there was one up here in Jackson County just south. It was still on its wheels, so maybe they were able to snag it out. I don't know.
Well, you guys have a quick minute for us?
Dick's gonna be here, Dick's gonna be here at 9, correct?
We don't have it back on the agenda.
Oh, did he go off the agenda?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Do we have anything until 9:15?
We don't have anything until 10:30 actually.
Okay. And we got a quick minute for you.
Yeah.
As soon as we get,
Okay, get started yet.
yeah, as soon as we get
10
open for.
minutes.
Did Dick give an indication why he wasn't coming? No?
He wasn't sure. He was meeting with everyone else.
Oh, is that right? You don't know on Paul Hartman.
We basically just looked over it, just to make sure that there's not somebody who's paying $3,000. Are you gonna bring up, Aaron? These two, the resolution. Oh, just.
Yeah, just
Well, they're gonna always do that, foreclosure cases with the courts, taxes.
is that something for me to
We
send?
need to.
Yeah, sitting to, they're probably gonna just do something here. It's explain it, so. Test the matter, or attachment, eventually, if they do actually foreclose, if they tax.
So that's right.
well, usually the only reason you would do that is if someone eat ahead or paid for the year, which is pretty rare, that someone's not paid or taxes either.
This is receipt.
So where's Ricky coming in next?
And minimum maintenance resolution, I have a question on that, cost and interest stuff.
Why not? Everybody else does.
So somebody told you 8:30 this morning, huh?
Well, at least that's what I had in my head. And then somebody parked behind my vehicle, so I didn't get out. So
Now the truth comes out.
Did you give him a ticket?
no, but I thought thought I had plenty of time.
Yeah, that stinks when you think you're right on time and find out you're.
I go, what all those people doing in there?
Waiting on you.
Yeah, I apologize. I got stuck in my head.
The judge was entertaining us.
Was he?
Yep.
It's just, again, balance sheet, so you all can see what we're using.
Thank you.
And it does not have distribution check.
Right, she said that, she needed to do that.
Noticed that you guys, both my hair gauge went out Saturday, so.
We need to yell? Okay.
Eh?
All right.
I'll get reports out today or tomorrow. I'm gonna try to wait till Lisa does some distribution. We haven't had her.
So this has how many days worth of business? Two.
All right, I've got 9 o'clock. We're gonna open with the pledge of allegiance. I pledge allegiance
To the flag
of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. Tim? Go ahead, come on up.
I'm gonna have John, explain to you,
Okay. How are you, John?
Fine, morning to y'all. Morning. Just wanted some clarification and get this to Christie. One of my tasks this year wants me to do is look for ways to reduce expenditures as well as enhancing revenue. So we've been doing a little bit of that, but one of the areas where we found out we can make significant cost saving is in our area of food costs at the jail.
Okay.
So obviously Walmart, since COVID hit, is looking at some different plans that they have available for free delivery as well as a premium rebate of like 2% on orders of $250 more. And just a couple quick examples. Went price bread at Walmart versus what we was paying our vendor. We saved $1.10 a loaf. Milk was another good cost savings.
Really?
But we find we can save a lot of money by putting in that plan. So I established a business account, or I started to, and then of course we had Janelle, our office manager, called up to the clerk's office to talk to them, and they said, well, we already have a business account, you guys have our card, which we do have
Okay.
the county credit card for Walmart. But, so anyway, I went ahead and canceled that quickly. But then I found out they charge us $10 for a delivery fee with the account that we currently have. They don't give us the same thing because it's a new account.
Okay.
Even though you guys have the full-blown account, it's still not the same business plan that they have now, which offers free delivery and a rebate of 2%. So we just wanted to open up our account, but I didn't want to cause issues with your,
Is there any reason that they can't have their own account? And that way they get those benefits and it's kind of all billed out, and that way there's no separation of it.
We'll keep our account that we have.
Right, right.
and we have that. No, I called Erin and I don't know if Erin listened to me, but I didn't want to get off on the right track. She said everything needs to come through you guys if we establish a new line of credit. So I said, okay, we'll go through the process.
I think it would almost be better if you had your own separate, so that way when billing comes in,
Yeah.
Just make sure we get receipts, please. That's been
Yeah,
our problem.
I know that's an issue. Yeah,
That's why
we're-
we've kind of downsized on a lot of those accounts because we're having so much trouble getting receipts.
That's one of the other tasks I have, just getting, we've got some issues with receipts getting turned in.
Okay.
I don't have a problem.
Yeah, it should help us save quite a bit of money by doing that.
everybody kind of.
Yeah,
agree that
I think that'd be a good
Yeah,
deal,
yeah, consensus.
going that way.
Yeah.
And I think, I'm agree with you, I think having your own separate account, that way we can kind of keep things separated out, and you're, you know, we know specifically what you're spending there, and you guys do too, so I think that's the way to go.
Yeah. Cool.
Yeah.
Anything else?
That's all I know.
Okay.
All right. Great.
Thank you
Thanks,
much.
guys.
Yeah.
Appreciate it.
Congratulations.
Have a great day, gentlemen.
You as well.
Scott, how are you? A map.
Morning, guys.
Go to the back.
Want to talk about the phone call?
Yeah, you want to do that right away? Okay. I entertain a motion to go into executive session for matters of, we'll get you a sheet, Linda, that we read off of.
I'm going to go into executive session for the purpose of personnel matters and non-elected personnel for
5 minutes.
5 minutes, starting at 9:05 to reopen 5 minutes later at this location with Scott, Matt, Bryson, Commissioners Todd, and Christie present.
Is there a second? We'll move to second, all in favor, say aye.
Or employee performance, I'm sorry.
Thank you.
I need to put that on there.
Thank you. Been moved and seconded, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, say aye. So if you just want to reach out to him and give him the numbers you want him to call and his dispatchers, that's what needs to be done. Cool. What you got?
Brandon, how many people talk about? Yeah. What the range that we had, that I get into where that is, and that was taken care of, right?
Oh. Okay. Do you agree with this? I mean, the determination?
Oh. I figured that's. Yeah, we got our annual letter from the state about the cost increase that's on up, of course.
It ought to be getting close to time to renegotiate on it.
How's it heard and aimed at
We just have that information, well, Ham said it was only 10%.
Yeah, I mean, we got that, what, November 24th, January.
Yeah, so, got the information that they're even crushing over there yet.
I thought they were supposed to be starting.
Last time I heard about it, they had their conveyors out there. That's all they got there.
Okay.
We get a new, whole new price sheet, I assume at some point. February, something to go up.
There's our schedule for health tap training for this year.
Okay.
For the asphalt roads, on February 11th. Got Matt, Bob Miller, Braden, and Jason Mason already signed up for that.
Okay.
For the supervision role, and 14, got Matt and Brandon so far.
In Park City? Missouri?
No, it's Kansas.
Kansas demo shop.
Oh.
Yeah, it's the closest.
Yeah.
one. In March, the Public Works, I've got scheduled for myself, gravel road maintenance, we've got our new people, Don, Weston, and Jerry Good. So for those.
Very good.
We'll probably get some more in the supervision also after the meeting tomorrow.
Okay.
Okay. Raffle balls.
Yeah, I'll watch the video.
Sent you that link,
Yep, I'll
about
watch
that, so I didn't have an email sent to you. so-
She's getting that worked out.
Okay. So that kind of tells you about it a little bit.
Yeah, I'll watch the video.
Okay,
Looks like it makes a big difference.
they're about, huh?
Looks like it makes a big difference.
It sounds like it, does, yeah. And,
And I,
They're about
for one of the
13 bucks
that
a piece.
truck's pretty
I'm
dangerous.
sorry.
I say, for one of the that truck's pretty dangerous to drive.
yeah.
The way it's like, yeah, we gotta get something done.
So, anyway, found those at about $13 a piece, figured we need about 400, said one ball for every 10 gallons, a 4,000 gallon tank, so here's 400 balls, so you're around $6,800.
So Linda, just to give you a kind of what we're talking about, we have a tank that was designed to slip on the back of one of our semis, the tractor. She backs under it and it disperses the dust control liquid. So without these balls in there, all that liquid runs front to back, side to side, so it's tipping hazard. So there's no baffles within it, so this is an option to put in these balls and then it makes it a much safer vehicle. But
Plus, we're not gonna fill it as full.
Right.
This year, too.
Yeah.
And the truck, it was designed so that we didn't have to purchase another tire unit, we used an existing
So,
semi. And then when we're not in use, it's empty, cleaned, and stored. So, you guys have any input?
Like I said, sooner rather than later.
I leave that up to you guys, you make that decision, what you wanna do with it, I'm in favor of, whatever. You do the research and figure it out, and let's get it done before the season.
yeah, I want this. We're in here now, to get things on order and get else,
Check.
so just, we get on budgets now.
We'll,
Use some money.
not yet.
Okay, as soon as I get that, I'll get it
You
done.
might find out what the lead time is on it,
I will.
so you
And
know.
I'm gonna talk to them too about if there's any price reduction for quantity.
You know,
We're looking at 400.
And I was thinking, you might check with the fire chief, Jeremy Andrews down at Boyd, and see if you want real experience with it. I think their tanker truck, that's what they did in that.
Okay, what's his name?
Jeremy Andrews, I'll get you his,
Okay.
I'll text you his. I think they utilize those and might be able to get some advice from him,
Okay.
and whether they like it or not.
I would double check and make sure that the chemical is compatible with balls too.
Yes. Well, it's all that I'm following, it is for food grade, for diesel fuel,
Yeah.
and so, yes, I will check that.
Yeah.
Next on my list here, we had, talked about Q4 road down here off of 150, about whether to close it or not. A little background on it, you can drive about a half mile up in there, and then the trees were overgrown so much.
To the south, you go
South,
off.
150 to the south. Trees were overgrown, it hits both sides of the pickup truck. Go around to the 142 side, coming the other way, there's already a road closed sign up there, and a big pile of dirt running across the road, so you couldn't get through there anyway. To me, wouldn't hurt to put a sign up there, say road closed, just to keep people from running down there. And I have complaints of one of the landowners where somebody went in and cut their fence, apparently they didn't get turned around.
So they just cut all 6 wires, drove out in the pasture, turned around and came back.
Yep, so,
So,
anyway, wanted to, it's all right to put a road closed sign up there, and, probably should go down there maybe with the, wind mower and trim some of the trees back. Not the whole way, but the ways down, get past the guy's gates, so we get
And then Todd, would we need to do a resolution or just check to make sure, see if there's a resolution on that road already being closed since it's assigned up at the other end?
Oh, she found nothing on that.
This is the one we're talking about?
This is a different road.
Q4.
This is a whole different road. The situation came up last week, I think, or week before. Constituents complained about it and, they went down and looked at it. So if we can't find a resolution, maybe it would be a good idea to go ahead and create a resolution and then send a notice to the adjoining landowners.
Well, you wanna really vacate it, or you wanna?
Not vacate, just
Close, just close.
Which is
It's
what we
not
did
minimum-
out here south of Denison.
Okay, it's not minimum maintenance for it already, or is
It- It's not
There's no signs
gravel.
up there.
Is it
it?
gravel?
Well, it's not on the list. People are looking, so, you know, the one you're trying to make it a minimum maintenance road, list, is that on it? Okay.
No.
Okay, okay, so this
There's no
is
sign.
basically nothing at all. Yeah, a separate, I would say separate resolution, none of this.
We just need to create that and then also send a notice.
Yeah, I think you got to detail out, and it says it's for purposes of public safety or something similar to that.
Because you can't get all the way through it, so.
Yeah.
Well, I'm curious if it's already got a road close sign on one end of it.
That's,
You know, somebody had to put their, I guess it won't be us, but
the house is right there on that corner, the road comes, and it's kind of like they've taken over part of the road as their driveway to owners, you run semis and things in and out of there. So like, there's a house right there, and they do use the road to come off, and the driveway is this way, and the road's closed here.
So is this, what information do we have that is actually open as a road? Or is it a section line, or is it, anybody, idea whether it's dedicated originally, or?
I think that's what the research you're gonna have to do to find out.
Yeah.
But like I say, if it's got a road close sign on one end of it already, I can't imagine that it's just closed from one end, the other end's open, so I guess
Yeah.
we need to do a little research to find that out.
Yeah.
They'll put a dead end sign on it. It is.
Yeah, well, it's just, I always try to go back and see how that was opened in the first place, and whether you really do have a legitimate road there. Because it's not in the section line, and this is obvious that it was open because it was full of pavement and everything, you know, anything could happen, somebody could have.
This shows up all on the maps.
Mhm.
It's a big road.
Yeah.
All right, I'll wait to hear from you. Services, sounds like we got about 6 of them we're gonna be doing this week, we're trying to get done, because last week there have been out, so we've got a few that gone past a few hours, so we've got
Yep.
about 6 services
Okay.
this week. That's one call some more sand, he thinks we've got plenty of salt, so we'll probably do that Thursday or Friday. Right now, we're fixing chains and probably gonna burn some rough piles this week. We had almost 100 calls come in this last week, and got all these results, so.
I will tell you, the feedback I got from the community down in our end was you guys did an excellent job. People were surprised that in 2 days you could get what you did done, so thank you, I appreciate it. The community really appreciated it.
And I'll echo those sentiments. I got stopped down at Farm Show by a couple who lives out here to the west, southwest, and they said, this is the quickest we've ever had a road cleaned. So, that and just talking to various people around the community, they are plumb tickled to death of how quick we got it done and the shape that the roads are in. And, you know, any calls that I got that said, well, they only came past once, it's like, okay, we got it opened up and we'll come back and get everything widened out as we can, but we need to get everything open, so, get everybody out,
We're
so.
doing more of that today, is widening things out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, tell everybody we appreciate it.
Yes. And I did have one call this morning, actually, P3 Lane, they said that hadn't been hit. Melvin White went down through there with his tractor.
I talked to Landon last Friday about that and said he'd take care of it on his way home, so.
Okay.
And there's 2 roads down in the Hoyt area that typically kind of get missed right out of the gate. One would be, the one that comes out of, off of S Road, in Hoyt, and goes east by that lake. Superintendent lives up there.
Oh, okay.
And so typically, he's trying to get out early to go check roads and do stuff, and then 123rd lane got missed, so,
I went and talked to them last week, and we got that all.
thank you for doing
And it
that.
wasn't that they got missed, it's the dump truck moved down, made a turn at the cul-de-sac, and the cul-de-sac's not big enough to get the
It
bus
isn't.
in. So we went back in, pickup trucks and cleaned it out.
Yeah, it's tough.
Yeah.
And I did have one more I thought about, and this was just a suggestion, not a complaint or anything like that. 214 going out to, the Pines East.
Mm-hmm.
Gentleman was heading to the Pines the day after the incident and after snowfall, and had trouble because he said it hadn't been hit very good. And I think since that's a medical facility, that ought to be put on a little high priority, getting that done sooner rather than later, open up all the way.
And we talked about that a little bit today, because we got some medical folks out there that need,
Yeah.
we are trying to put a new list together. Also talked to them down, about the bus routes.
Yeah.
Matt tried to get those last year, got nothing from nobody.
Okay.
So we're trying to get bus routes, and so we can be on top of that, plus all the new folks we have.
You need bus routes for all three schools?
Yes.
I'll touch base with Holton and Jackson Heights and tell them to give them to you ASAP.
And Matt, Mike Henry has your number, he's
Yes.
gonna reach out to you and make sure that, he wasn't sure who to contact anymore, so.
They told me when I visited with them down there last week that they emailed the bus route that same day, and I haven't seen it yet.
Okay.
Matt, what's your email address?
Uh,
What's your email address?
Mine,
Who do you want the bus routes to go to?
Public Works
Public Works?
at JACO.
Okay.
.com.
Perfect.
Then just kind of recap some of the stuff we had from our last meeting. We talked about that entrance on X4 and 326, we did not get to that. The ditching on 162 to Q, did not get to that. The road closure sign over on W178, it's not done yet either. All fuel barrels are set now on the small ones, except for Reagan and IOC. The other two down the point strip have been set, but they gotta get, rest, I guess, their plumb them, and then we'll like,
Okay.
so we're at that. And we are starting back in mulching again, down 94th, it's pretty high here.
Scott, I know the governor declared a disaster with this snowstorm. Is there any relief that we can give by, do some research and see if there's any funding that, because of that?
Pat Corey called me the other day on that, and told
She's
me.
always on top of things. I
Yes,
love that.
so we talked about that, and figured it probably isn't worth the paperwork, go through all that.
Okay. Okay. I just, when I hear that, sometimes there's some funds available for fuel and labor.
We can dig into it if you want, but,
I mean, it might not hurt to reach out to them and see. I don't know what kind of paperwork would be involved in it, but it doesn't, a phone call or two doesn't hurt. To find out if there's some relief.
So we should probably do paperwork if we get her the information, overtime
Yeah.
hours,
Yeah.
all that kind of stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, just touch base and see what you can get, see what you can get.
do that.
Okay. Anything else?
That's all I had except for the paperwork about the other day.
Yeah, we could probably go into executive session for a while, but
Okay.
Did you have anything? Okay.
Do you guys have anything else dealing with road and bridge as far as roads or anything? That type
Like
of
I said,
thing? Before we do that?
I haven't heard anything bad, except for one person, we only do that once, so.
All right. I'll entertain a motion to go into executive session for 15, 20?
Attorney-client?
Attorney-client.
I move to go into executive
20.
session for the purpose of attorney-client privilege discussions for a period of 20 minutes, starting at, we'll go to 9:30, that way give everybody a chance to clean out. Reopen the meeting 20 minutes later in commission room, first discussing continuing legal matters and claims involving the county, attorney, clerk, Scott, commissioners.
Is there a second? Moved in second, any further discussion? If not, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, say
Glad to see you here.
Yeah, been a crazy holiday and all the snow and got sick in between, you know. Got somebody shared a stomach bug with me, you know.
Oh, man.
I know. That's how,
So
yeah.
it's seasonal.
It was, did I eat something weird? But then, like, my brother-in-law, two of my brother-in-laws and my sister, like, yeah, somebody gave us a bug. Oh, my little nephew.
You see it, the girl,
That was,
I advised just read it. Yeah, like yesterday about coronavirus.
I'm
because I was- So because I actually,
Superintendent, is there a director, listening to the weather?
Good, thank you. Don't call.
Mary Beth, don't work for, our part-time.
I just want you guys to review our level 4 requirements for our insurance process. Talking about doing something new with having some lead folks. So if there's anything you guys want to add in there, be more,
Okay.
a little more firm about what expectations are. Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, but this isn't changing anything with our stuff.
No.
This is just the description of what a lead person would be. So we can read this at our leisure.
Just mark it up.
Yep.
Anything you want to add? That's all I got.
All right. Thanks, Scott. Thank you. Okay.
Morning, Jake.
Did you get a chance to look at the contract and it's good and they can sign it?
Eagle View?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're good.
And so,
Dave, what you told us to do, so, okay.
I'm gonna look at this one to make sure that that is, I think this is the right one. Signing
Yeah, and it has an unappropriation fund separate too, so. That's good.
that. That one's it, right?
Yeah, that's a good one. We need to attach that to it, it doesn't have to be attached, but it maybe that's. Yeah, I think you're supposed to, not even now, but just attach it to something. I'm sure
Eagle View,
Yeah, Eagle View, they went to a new cloud service, it's not gonna cost us any more money, but they have to do some new contract signing because it's changed a little bit.
okay.
Does not affect, cost or anything, it's all.
That's call for service.
I mean, service, yes, because now they're going to kind of cloud.
To cloud-based, yeah.
versus-
But not as far as just what they're gonna do for us in general.
Right.
Yeah, okay.
Are they starting back? We got a lot.
Do you? The copy is just grown.
You say you can do this?
Wasn't nice. Well, it's a good sign then.
Needle.
Can I do the written?
Yeah, I'm just reading.
Peter, these theirs.
Yes.
Trade.
All right, where do you want to start?
Where do you want to start?
Yeah, we can start with the appointment of these board members. So we have. None of these. None of these are. Oh.
Yeah, Terry. Terry was reappointed.
Okay. And then Richard Blake. Vicky,
Yeah.
all three of them. You're wanting us, didn't we already do that, 124? Okay, so you're just needing the signature, not
Yeah,
that.
this is yearly. You did this every January, showing these are the board members and their terms for.
I thought you were wanting action on something,
No, no.
just a signature. Okay, signature. And, oh, does have your, I was just making sure. Yeah.
Can I have a copy of it, please? Just so I have the names.
Okay, resolution 2025-20.
That
Resolution
would be number 6.
6. You want to explain some explanation of this resolution? That you need, I mean, you want to go into why
wanted more information on, from KDOT as to what they're gonna do on the highway. The other members thought that's too far down the road to hold that up for that much time. So
And this, just to refresh everybody's memory of what this was for,
this was, up there at K9 and US 75. There is a gentleman that bought from KJ a year or two ago.
Where the propane tank was
Yeah.
up there.
And there was a rezoning from, it had been I-1, they changed it back to A1, and then it went back to I-1 because he's wanting to do storage units
Yeah.
and billboards and all that. So he had called and there was a purchase agreement for that property if the zoning went through, that he's gonna buy everything north of this property. So Austin Ammon came in to rezone it so he could sell it to Fred Weaver.
and so it was voted to go from A1 to I1. And again, what was he putting on
Storage units,
there? And
billboard, if it's approved by,
so is that consistent? Because I don't think that's been consistent with storage facilities that's going as high as I1. They would go to,
B, 3 or 4.
right, so why the higher?
He wants to be able to do billboards as well.
And KDOT's gonna allow that? Because KDOT has
If they allow that close of proximity to the other billboard,
because I know
like 300 feet or something like
Pro-
that.
properties can't be specifically
Zoned,
zoned
not
for
spot
building.
zoning, right.
Right. And so I know that there have been other facilities that were put in that were not I-1, they were residential friendly, and that prevented them from doing that. So I'm just wondering why there's not consistency.
I think he's just wanting to expand his storage units possibly into that area and just wanted to stay consistent with the zoning.
But the zoning for storage units is not I-1,
I know.
so that's not consistent. Right?
Initially, when that rezoning happened, he wanted to be able to do a billboard there.
Well, we
and-
don't, we,
And other, I know, I know.
was this explained in the zoning?
It was just that he is zoned I-1 and he just wants to expand it there. I mean, that,
Again, just it doesn't seem consistent. So, I'll let these guys look at it. We'll go from there. It appears to me that we're going a higher zoning just so we can put billboards up.
so there is that option, I guess.
But we don't do spot zoning. So,
KDOT doesn't do spot zoning,
right,
right?
we don't rezone property just so somebody can put a billboard on.
We don't have stipulations saying that we don't do spot zoning.
Okay. Point
I
taken.
mean, that, there is that. KDOT does not allow that, so he would have to go through KDOT to, they're gonna determine if that's spot zoning or not.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Right.
We do not have the spot zoning requirement.
Okay. You guys can read it, and then I'll entertain a motion to approve it.
Were there any objections noted in the meeting other than Bob?
No, and it was just about the KDOT, highway expansion.
I'll make a motion that we approve resolution 2025-06.
Do I hear a second? I'm sorry, I didn't hear you.
Okay, sorry.
It's been moved and seconded. Any further discussion? If not, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. What do you want to do next? This sheet that you gave us, or the Minutes,
Minutes is gonna explain, well, the zoning and the feedback form, and people can sign up on the website to get notifications on meetings. And I had a question about, work sessions, and do I need to keep extensive minutes like I keep?
No, but they're, you know, they're restricted as to not being able to do anything. You know,
Other
general
than
copy, yeah. You can say, you know, we met at 6 o'clock to review the text. Adjourn that X.
And that's all I need to do. Okay.
you guys wanna take a few minutes and read these so you have a better understanding, or do you want to, Kate, you know?
Start bidding on them. clarification on something, both from Kate and Todd. A work session, you can discuss anything in a work session that you want to, but a work session just means that you cannot take action on anything during that work session.
Yeah, that's correct.
Okay, so you can discuss, I see that Ben had clarified other business will not be discussed. You can discuss anything you want to in a work session. But you just cannot take action on anything at all other than, you know, adjourning the meeting at that work session, correct?
Correct.
Yeah, I'd have to, I want to refresh myself on that, but I think you're generally correct. As long as an action is taken and it's open.
Yes.
Okay. Those are the two things that I would.
Because like I said, you can discuss whatever you want to, it just cannot, nothing can be acted on. You can't make any motions other than to adjourn a meeting.
You have anything else, Mark?
What was the big kerfuffle on the cemetery? I saw a couple letters to the editor and everything. What was the discussion on that? Was there, I mean, I thought that was pretty much a ironed out deal.
Well, it was never finalized, right? So
Right.
there were just bits and pieces. So that was an open issue. So they decided to do a work session on getting that all wrapped up.
Okay.
Okay, so,
I mean, from like the general public, it seemed like there was an outcry over this. I was curious what was going on there.
I just think that there was probably, those letters were, they didn't think that they were being heard. Right? So,
Okay.
Are you familiar with, one of the letters quoted, Kansas law already dictates what can be done in private cemeteries. I'm not familiar with that, but last I knew, we were the ones who determined our zoning regulations when it came to cemeteries. Are you familiar with these?
Well,
So
I mean,
there's-
maybe an overstatement of saying that, you know, disposition of bodies are definitely within state law. I mean, if you, I think that's what the statute I recall reading was essentially, if you involve anything other than your property, meaning that somebody dies and you go to the hospital or ambulance picks them up, or as soon as they leave the property, basically, it attaches that they have to have,
But
the
we're
license.
well within our rights to determine the length and width and
Yeah.
offset and how far from water systems and
Yeah.
any of those types of
Yeah,
things.
you have the right to regulate where bodies are buried after they have been, I guess, embalmed and treated appropriately.
According to state
According to state statute.
Yeah.
And,
Okay.
and we can't, and there's probably a good argument, we couldn't stop them in some respects of burying people, but we can't put reasonable regulations on where they do it, so.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, it says here, Mark, in Kansas, a work session does not require a formal agenda and no binding action to be taken during it. But the key requirements is that the meeting must be open to the public to assemble following the
Yeah. Okay.
what I've read.
That was what my understanding was on the work sessions. Okay.
That help?
will it help me?
Yes. If you had any questions.
No, I don't.
Okay. All right. So we've read the minutes. Is there anything else?
No, so just that feedback form, so,
Yeah.
I don't have any questions on that.
I don't, that's really up to that body to determine how they want to approach this. However they feel like they can get the best information, it's up to them. That's my opinion.
We updated our page to include that document so people can print it off and email it back to me. I've already received a couple, so.
Perfect.
That's it.
The other one is just instructions on how to sign up for the notifications.
Yep. Anything else for Kate? What
Yeah,
else?
they
Do
may.
you have anything else?
No.
Okay, very good.
Now, did you guys approve the Eagle Bid contract by motion?
No, we have not, thank you. I think, Mark, you still have it, Devin?
No, I don't think I have.
Let me look through the papers.
That's it.
I'll entertain a motion to approve the amendment to the contract for Eagle View.
You can take this one.
So moved.
So, approved. I second it, whatever.
I'll second.
Moved, seconded. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, say aye. I'll just need to sign it. Okay.
I'll just get a copy of mine, you guys sign it, and the rest of you.
I'm gonna sign it right now. I'll get it back with you.
That'll work.
Well, let me, I'll get it back up to you.
Okay, today,
Yeah.
Okay. So you can get it back to them. Thank
All
you.
right.
Thanks, Kate.
Thanks. Okay, Todd, you have some information on the minimum maintenance
Yeah.
resolution?
Yes, if I understand it correctly, you guys had a resolution that set the meeting for the sixth when you guys were closed up, is that right? Yeah, you'd have to have another resolution that set another public hearing.
Okay.
So, the statute didn't say how long it had to be until you did that, but I suggested 14 days after publication, to
Okay.
publish it and make sure it's more than 2 weeks from now.
And that's for putting up signs, correct?
Well, or designating, you're actually physically designating those as
Okay.
minimum maintenance roads, and then I think the idea is that within 10 days, sign should be posted.
Okay, so do I want to publish this on the hearing date here? That's where my confusion is.
Yeah, that's the one to do here.
Hearing date.
Yeah. See, that's- It says you will cause to be published once in the official county paper. The hearing will be held in such termination of time and place such hearing specified. So you can say, commission chambers.
So we're going to sign this today and have this published.
Yeah.
That's what I wasn't sure.
Okay, cool beans. Glad you already had one.
Well, I did, and then we made a bunch of changes. And
Okay.
So we're gonna do a different resolution.
keep that.
Okay.
That's what we go with this one. I just have to make a change on the front sheet.
So when's the public hearing gonna be?
Next
21st
Tuesday.
of January?
Yeah. Get it in the paper for the morning.
Okay.
Okay, so I'll hang on to that. That goes back, that'll go through. What is that? What's that? Go ahead, Sean,
That was it for that part, so go to the other stuff and we're ready to talk about. Yeah, briefly. I've got a communication from Mike Clark, who's a court services officer. Apparently he's in charge of this general Fort County fund. You guys familiar with, I assume you guys said
Say that louder.
It's called the General Fort County Fund that is managed for the courts by the four counties together, Jefferson, Wabunsee, us, and
For the
Pot County.
For adult community or adult community corrections upstairs,
No, probation. He's talking probation.
you're talking
Correct?
probation.
I think, well, it just
I think you're
says
talking probation.
he's the chief court services officer. The
City
city judicial
judicial
district.
funds that come in from the state, and he manages those for all four counties.
Yeah.
All right.
Well, what the issue is that they have expenses for that, for all the counties. Apparently, they can't get any more through, well, essentially, he wants to create in some way a charge card you know, purchasing card in the bank, so it's like a credit card apparently, that is one of two things, either it's tied to each individual county, meaning there's like 4 cards, and the person here who's under him charges something, then he charges it, because you're part of that, and then you guys track it, that, or you authorize, all of us together authorize, I guess 4 counties do, one purchasing card that goes to that fund, and then there's some kind of county measure that keeps track of county by county.
Who do
Okay, but
it?
we don't pay that bill, that's money they
That's
have.
paid by the state of Kansas.
So then we would just need to get receipts to them?
Well, that's really, you know, this is more like, I don't know what to do, from him, just saying, I don't have a way to pay this.
Why wouldn't court services give him the card, not the county?
With the state, not the county.
Well, I don't, doesn't sound like, maybe it's, yeah, I'm not sure how that money flows, because he's talking about the second judicial district, which,
Would somebody from court services up there,
You sure it's not the adult
it's not Aaron.
corrections?
No,
No?
I'm pretty sure Mike Clark is probation, I think he's the
Okay.
one who tested.
Who runs
That's
their
awesome.
probation? What's her, Alex there?
Jill,
Yeah, do you think she can explain it to us?
she might be able to.
I mean, give us additional information.
Yeah, I'd like to have some more information on this, because that's.
Because that's all state, that's not county.
Yeah, maybe she could, do you want to see if she's available? Yeah.
now, that's strange, because you're right, if it's a state thing, it's by the district, judicial district, which is in 4 counties, but,
Yeah.
I mean, they're looking
I'm not
for,
in favor of creating 4 cards or 1 card, because
It's county.
you don't think you guys have the.
I don't think a non-county employee should have a county credit card. So we'll get some more
That's-
information.
Yeah, obviously.
Try to figure it out.
There was some back and forth about the letter from some of the other county attorneys, it was just questions.
Yeah.
So, you know, I don't know. We'll have to be more looking at that, that's just
Okay.
a FYI. Trying to think of something else. Tax foreclosure has been filed. Probably notices will go out, it's down to like 18 to 20 properties, so it's not going to be a first shot.
This is Christie, sorry.
It was already in court filings in the paper
Okay,
last week.
all right. Well, just so you know that that's been done, and that'll track its procedure and go from there.
Now, generally on those, after they've had a court filing, do you see more people come in and pay?
Sometimes.
After it's really become.
Which, how long do they have to appeal to the court now?
Well, I mean, appeal, you're talking about, there's a period of time for redemption and a period of time.
Thank you.
Right.
I mean, redemption means payment.
Right, but you filed it, but isn't there a time where they could actually come in front of a judge and say, my taxes aren't paid because there's no time in there?
No, I mean, basically, I don't think there's a time where they can come in and contest the legality of the taxes. They can say, I'm gonna pay them, or I paid them, or, you know, but I said redeem, that means that somebody comes in and basically pays it off. But I don't think the validity of the tax is ever something they can do, so.
So there's not still another timeline in here?
Yeah, there is a time,
Okay,
because what we're doing really is just a foreclosure sale.
right,
So you're setting a time period when they have to come before the court and issue any defenses, they have to. which are
right,
limited.
that's what I'm talking about, okay.
And that's the same, that corresponds, I think, with the redemption period too. Meaning, if they pay it off, it kind of goes away because they paid their taxes and they pay the fees, and costs of the filing and all that. So they can clean it off, and sometimes their banks will come in and do that if they
Right.
so inclined, but then we get to a point where those deadlines pass. The judge will say it's gonna be set on the courthouse step sale, all that, all that. So they do have a chance to kind of pull it back.
Okay.
So, but that'll become more outlined. Other than that, in the bill, I don't think you got anything heavy to deal with.
So do you have any idea when you think the tax sale will happen?
Offhand, I don't. I gotta hit my deadlines down too, because that publication, that always makes it a bit variable, so.
Okay.
I'm gonna copy that.
Okay, if you don't have anything else, we'll move on. Are you Danielle?
No, well, Daniel is my husband, and he
Daniel
can't
is your
be
husband.
here. So
Okay.
he asked me to bring the papers for him.
Your last name is McCully?
Yeah,
Okay. Go ahead and come on up and
okay.
just if you would, just state your name, so we
Lisa-
know who you're.
Lisa McCauley.
Okay, you can sit down.
Yeah, I don't know much about it.
That's okay.
And he just said to take all the papers
Okay, so you're here,
instead of him, because he couldn't
what
come.
was the reason? Just let those-
For, well, I can sign his
Right,
letter.
I don't know that you need to go through all the
Okay.
details of that. You're here because a relative of your husband's
Is-
is in jail.
Yes, correct, and the conditions of the jail and
Okay.
issues that he's been in there, yeah.
Right, and so, I mean, this board has nothing to do with corrections or Tim. Sheriff Morris is an elected official, so really, I mean, we don't control any of the things that go on out there because he is an elected official.
Okay,
So, you know, Todd, I don't know, you tell me,
Well,
if you have a complaint, what?
you guys don't start an investigation or
We
anything
don't-
like that?
we don't
like
do
in
anything,
Nebraska does?
no.
Yeah, I don't think we have authority to, well, I mean, I think this involves county funds in any particular way.
It does, so, you know, all the county funds, I mean, Tim has the sheriff has a budget, and they're used for the jail and those types of things, but, I mean, the conditions, the complaint would be filed with him.
Well, it's due to like serving the same, pretty much a bologna sandwich, breakfast, lunch, and dinner for 7 days in a row. I mean, how is that?
So, I had a conversation with the sheriff, he called me to give me an update. I believe there's an issue, and again, he's telling me that they've tried to feed this individual with hot meals, and he throws them at the jailers. And there are some behavioral issues where he gets fed. He won't take his medication. I mean, again, I think Tim's been down this road with maybe your husband and some of those things. Somebody has come in, somebody out of Nebraska.
Yeah, my husband, yes.
Okay, he's been down there or he's had conversations with him. At the end of the day, we don't investigate those types of things. I mean, I would think it would be at the state level.
Did this complaint get served upon you guys?
No, there's no complaint been filed with anybody.
So
Is that what you're trying to do,
Like a
ma'am?
plate and
Is that what you're trying to do, to give the complaint to the
yeah,
commissioners?
yes. I believe that's what it is, because that's what
Okay,
he has.
yeah.
I know he just had the papers he wanted me to give you guys, that's,
Okay,
I'm
that's
not
great.
sure
Thank you.
exactly what he wants
Okay.
done, I have no idea exactly. I might be saying it wrong.
That bottom one, is that the same thing?
I'm not sure.
Yeah, it's just the article, I believe, that we have. to
This
move
is an
on.
article
Yeah, that's,
from Fox 4 Newsroom. But I believe I'll have to do some research. I don't believe this is Jackson County,
no, it's
Kansas.
not.
This is Jackson County, Missouri.
Yeah, correct. I
It
know,
happens.
You just said that in there.
I don't recognize any of the names there, so. my knowledge, we don't form grand jury investigations.
No, the county attorney would do that, so the county attorney, now, you have to talk to them if you have a, if you believe it violates criminal law in some aspect,
Okay.
the county attorney would be able to see that.
I'll make a copy so that our attorney can, this is the main body. we will get. So do you know when sentencing will be and where it'll go?
I have no
Have you
idea.
contacted the court services?
I don't know, I'm sure he has, but I have not.
Because I think that would get him out of the county jail.
Yeah, yeah, I believe it would, yeah.
Because he's already been convicted, correct?
I have no idea.
Yeah, according to the sheriff, he has.
So he's been convicted. But he hasn't been sent to any facility.
Yeah, and I'm not sure, I guess, I don't know why the courts wouldn't, what they're
Been in
waiting.
there for 3.5 years.
Yeah, that's correct.
Mhm.
What was he? What was
Huh?
he?
Was he not just sentenced to county jail or something?
No, no, he'll go to one big way, either down south, or Leavenworth.
What was the charge? You know?
I'm not gonna say, I don't know the charge to be 100%, so
Right,
I'm not gonna say. So again, I guess for this group, I mean, I appreciate the fact that you came in and everything, but there's just, we're not the right reporting
Okay.
agency. I think you would go to the county attorney upstairs
And that information.
and file a complaint, or I'm not sure where else. At the state level, you would go with an issue like this.
I think you would have to go, if you're looking to go farther, it would not be this body, you would have to go upstairs to county attorney, talk to them and see if they would start an investigation or KBI or something like that. I mean, that's where it would
I'll
not be.
tell him that information.
Okay,
I agree. It seems to me the best, because I think you talked about misuse of funds or something like that, of county money.
Then we get,
But we're not getting criminal jurisdiction over anybody. That's what we're looking for, certainly don't have this governmental management control over the sheriff. So that's.
Okay, I'll tell him that, because
okay,
I'm just the messenger, I have no idea.
I appreciate that.
thank you very much.
Thank you.
Have a good day.
Me too.
That's a long time to be in county jail.
That's a long time. Did you come down for adult community correction?
Yeah, just purchase order for you all to sign off.
Oh, okay, come on up.
I got plenty in my budget for you. Since I'm making,
We always like to hear that.
since I'm making changes to your county courthouse, I thought I'd let you all.
Okay, and you've worked with Pat on this?
Yeah.
He's aware of what's
Yeah.
going on? Okay. Going to a stronger door?
Security door. so
Security door.
You can't have people actually just walking right through into the office while we're all there. A little pricey, but couldn't find anybody that really knew how to do anything other than the people that did it in the first place.
Right. Wouldn't the probation,
She was not there.
you know what?
She wasn't at her desk and she wasn't court, so.
Appreciate it.
See you later.
Thank you.
See ya.
Did you have
I
something?
got something I wanna say.
Okay.
I'm gonna direct this at Mark.
Hang on, just a sec. So, Christie, we don't have anybody till 11:30, so if you would, just say your name.
Scott Stronsky.
Okay?
What you got, Scott?
I got a phone call yesterday from Jackson County Sheriff Department saying that or that you had called in and said I was harassing you.
It was more your wife than you, Scott.
I did not harass you.
It was your wife,
Okay.
okay? I did not say you.
Well, I was told me.
You can go out and read my statement. I said I got a call from you, and I can tell you when you got the call, at like 8:30 in the morning, 8:31, I believe it was.
So,
They wanted to know the events, and I put down the events. I got a call from you at 8:51 a.m. I missed one from you at 9:01, and you never left a voice message. I missed one from you at 8:25, and then I had 3 from your wife at 8:31, 8:27, 8:31, and 9:08. And those 3, she left a voice message, and
You know why you got those phone calls?
doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter. I live on an FAS road that was never open for 3 fucking days.
Yeah.
Guess what? I had a neighbor that had to go to surgery.
Did you call Road and Bridge?
Yeah, guess what they told my neighbor that works for the state on C Road, that they were not gonna open the road for him to get in and out.
Yeah, that's just not true.
Bullshit.
Yeah, well.
That fucking Kefauver has got to go, or something's gonna happen. Kefauver
Is that a public threat?
No!
Back up.
Kefauver is a mess.
You need to back up.
Kefauver is a mess, and I am sick and tired of him lying to you guys, to your face, and you believe every fucking word he says. You guys don't know shit what's going on out there.
Perfect.
Linda, I hope you can take care of this, because that guy's got to go.
Is the sheriff's department, did they talk to you?
Yeah!
Good, okay.
They're gonna be talking to you, all you, and the one that's not here anymore, and I'm gonna pray to God when you guys go down.
Have a great day.
Fuck you all.
Okay. All right, moving on.
Mr. Chairman,
Yes.
nice gentleman, Reed here for solar again?
I'm just here to fix solar.
Okay, well, I guess it probably would be fair to you to say that that has been sent on to the planning commission. So,
Yeah.
I'm assuming that we will not address,
I'm sorry.
You have the final draft, right?
Yes.
but we're not,
For sure, I couldn't see the agenda for today, so I didn't know if there was gonna be anything discussed.
Okay.
apart from somebody coming directly, our tendency would be to believe that we would address it until the planning commission has a full chance to do whatever they're gonna do, because it would be kind of a, until they come to us with what they've done, we really don't have much to do.
Right, the template's been set to them, they get to have the work sessions, have the hearings, have people come in, give input, all that good stuff, so that'll be where any additional information that you'd want to give would be there.
Yeah, I think you're, mechanically, if it's about that, then that's the place. If it's, we could address the pilot side of it too, but.
I'm sorry?
The pilot portion of it.
What was the first part you said?
I said the first part would be technically the zoning regulation would be in front of them, and we would not, tentatively, we wouldn't address that.
Yeah, we may have some sessions where we talk about the pilot to start working on that, but I don't know that we'll make any decisions on it until we get information back from the zoning and planning.
Yeah. So that's the only thing I'd say. I didn't want you to be misled about where.
No, that's way okay.
Okay, cool.
I tried to go to the meeting on Thursday and the snow started to pick up too much. Got to about Silver Lake and turned around.
Okay.
So I just wanted to make it clear.
Thank you.
This is Christie. Tom had a letter from,
Do recess for 5 minutes. Yeah. We'll be in recess for 5 minutes.
Did you guys? I guess I need to know this one. Sorry?
I didn't know they added an agenda.
These guys?
You said there's nobody on the agenda until 11:30.
Well, they're just like, they have to. All right. Okay, fine, thanks. Jill doesn't really know either, and then he wants to set up a credit card account. But to me, they're a state, so he should set up what he wants on him, and then he should see that they give him the receipts. Because we don't pay their bills.
Okay. Figure out how to find our authority. You guys don't put the money in the fund. Right? But I had the idea it was a joint fund.
It just says each of the counties contributes money to the joint. Linda? Do you know, we don't do anything with funds for network services, right? So maybe it's something at their level that they could. So I'm thinking we don't even need to be in this.
That doesn't make any sense at all.
No, because they're all state.
Well, you, that's your kind of area, so.
So we recess and then.
Yeah, we recess for 5 minutes.
So if I come down to bed, we go on this computer and then, you know, stuff.
I didn't think about it.
Hold it.
Yeah. I like moving to the middle.
Steve? Eric, how are you?
Good. There's a little around. Are you
fighting pretty hard, but it's quiet out there.
I know, I can't believe there's a blow in there. Got the fly swatters.
We think you need to be able to reach, you need
There you
more
go.
mark.
There you go.
We got one sign there.
You can call me up and tell me you can shave off your beard.
You didn't get the number.
I did not get the number. Sorry, Mark. Sat here all woolly and you're clean. neat.
It just irritated me one day. So
Yeah.
I never did something. Normally, I don't get to the back side of that.
That's what I didn't see.
See if somebody after this process.
I thought there was one that I signed. Yeah, that's the one I signed. That's the one. This is. You know, Mark will be doing all these.
You give me an auto writer. I haven't seen it yet, so.
I don't remember having a discussion about it. Mark, you did, I think we had a conversation about, the,
Second Saturday?
yeah, not doing that.
Yes. We're still going to support the chamber, but not the second Saturday. Correct.
The $1,000.
Yeah.
Is that what you said, like $1,000?
So we're gonna try to put towards some kind of an economic development fund.
And then there was a question about the, giving the Historical Society $3,000 on an annual basis, but out of the Parks and Rec water tax.
Yeah.
I don't know that we, she's checking to see if we did that in 24, 23. But there was a question that came up whether we were going to give it. We'll check. I just don't remember that it came out of the alcohol fund.
We did it in 24. We did 3,000.
Okay.
And that was down.
Was that for a
that's
special
like
project?
appropriation. I think it was just to help them with that building when they were remodeling or.
Okay. But it's not a reoccurring. I'd have to look at the minutes where that was approved, just to get context.
I would have to go back to because I'm not sure. We've been doing it since 2007, so I'm gonna say it's just unlimited.
That's what I was thinking, that it was,
So it's similar to what we did with the ball diamonds.
Yes, but on a yearly basis.
I'm open to the discussion. You guys want to talk about this a little bit, whether we want to continue? It would be an appropriations like what we do for ball diamonds. Delia, they don't have a ball association, so we typically do stuff for the city, city building. We've done some stuff and their little park that they have there.
I have no problem with continuing it for the Historical Society. It's a Jackson County Historical Society, not a Holden or City of, so I think it would be a good thing.
Okay.
I think that too.
We need to kind of talk to them too and see if we can help them look for some grants. I know that, in some of the conversations that we've had at the conventions, and they talk about the grants that are, historical societies use to get new buildings or roofs or whatever, and I think that's probably something that we need to see if we can help them with as far as getting them in the right direction to apply for these grants.
I think what would be helpful too, Christie, is if whoever's the head of the Historical Society, is it still,
Anna, I
Anna
don't know if she's
Wilhelm?
still that kid or not, she's kind of sitting back with some of the things that she's doing.
so whoever's heading that up, if they would do like what the ball associations do?
I bet she knows who's, Historical Society? Are you part of it?
What?
Are you part of the Historical Society?
The board?
Yes.
Are you?
There we go.
We get questions.
I just
Come on up, Mary.
I just volunteer.
That's what we all do.
And you're just
boards like that.
volunteering right now.
But you can
So-
bring out your questions.
So what would be helpful is if the board on an annual basis would send a letter to this board. So all the ball diamonds, or all the ball associations, they send a letter in saying, we would like our past funding again in 2025. If you could do that, make mention to them, that would be great.
Mrs. Wilhelm
Is
Is
Anna
Anna
still
still doing that?
Anna?
Okay.
she's kind of,
Yeah, just let Anna know. And if she wants to come to the meeting and just hand it to us and kind of give us an update on what she's doing, that'd be great.
so you just kind of want to know what's going to be going on.
Yeah. And just reoccurring, because all the ball associations, they send us a letter saying, we would appreciate the appropriations for 2025 in the previous year. That would be great. That would help us keep things straight too. Okay, all right. So,
Thank you.
yeah, I think it's a general consensus that we'll go ahead and continue to do this and go from there. Linda, this is a contract between our lobbyist Hartwell, Virginia, their firm. If you want to read the contract, I think we have previously tentatively agreed to continue to work with them through 2025. That'll be funded out of the commissioners' capital outlay that we have. But please read over that, if you have any thoughts or.
So that's what it gets per month, okay?
Yeah, per month. So, hopefully, he believes that there'll be legislation be introduced this month. Todd, I don't know if we have anything else you want to
Okay.
say, or if you have other things you want to do.
Yeah,
You guys
that
planning
would be
to
good.
stay? Have any
I
reason?
can't think of anything.
Okay, well, I appreciate it.
Yeah, I'm sorry, I'm thinking.
Well, I knew you were already waiting on somebody, you said no.
We have Jake Spalding coming at 11:30.
Okay,
Well, I wouldn't anticipate he'll have a legal issue.
Oh, Jake, you never know.
Steve, did you have anything before this board? No? Okay.
I don't think.
Am I right, Mary?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Will you be available, or have you talked to the zoning and planning chair?
Yeah, well, Kate contacted me about dates, and I got a few far between, unfortunately, but I gave her what I could.
Okay.
So hopefully they'll be able to find something for us, and I'll try my best to, between annual meetings for water districts and the regular cities, it's really tough, so.
Christie, did anybody ever take the initiative on finding a letter sealer stuff for the machine?
Aaron Roberts.
Okay. So somebody is working on it. I just never did see anything. I know court services would appreciate it, and I think everybody else would, maybe a lot of people would do that.
This is just the. Oh, yes.
Big time. All right, you guys have a,
See you later. Be
stay
careful.
warm,
Okay.
if you can.
Of course. All right. Jake texted Dan and told him he's sick.
What's that?
Jake had texted Dan to tell him he was sick, so Jake's not gonna be in today.
Oh.
Oh, shoot.
Okay.
See what it said about Travelberry? Yeah, there you go.
It's been a few weeks since I've seen it.
Okay, all we gotta do,
Yes.
I know you're reading, but, Martha and I finally made contact about Debbie River,
Thank you.
okay? I can't remember the guy, Pat, the guy that was up there before,
Yes.
before Martha.
Mhm.
In his recommendations, he was stating about the fencing, okay? So it has not been approved. But in looking through our sanitary regulations, which refers back to the state environmental handbook, okay? It is nowhere in there does it state that you must have a hinge gate.
I agree.
All the pictures in there show, oh yeah, nice pretty hinge gate and everything else, and I told Martha that when I talked to her on the phone the other day, and she sent back to me a attached copy of the fence specs that we give to people, which is just the pictures and everything. On the second page, number 6 refers to a rigid frame hinge gate. Yep, she is correct, it does, and that's what I told her the other day, but what it refers to is a 4-foot wide rigid frame hinge gate can allow access for easy mowing.
So it's a
Okay.
suggestion.
So it's a suggestion, it does not say, and it's a gating, here's the must. Gating must provide the same degree of resistance to entry as fencing and requires padlock. I told her, so I can stretch out a fence across there with the same material and just open it up.
Woven wire.
And, you know, I can put a padlock anywhere on that gate whether I want to.
Right.
I mean, it doesn't say it must be padlocked shut, it
Right.
just doesn't have, I said, that can be like that bridge over in Paris where people hang their padlocks on the damn thing. So, that's what she said back to me still, she's still adamant that it has to be, and I'm like, no, that is not what our regulations, that's not what state regulations say. So, what I have, what I'm preparing to send back to her right now is the language on page 6 that you're referring to says that a 4-foot rigid gate can provide access. The only thing it says must happen is the gate must have the same degree of resistance and must be padlocked. As I stated when we talked, there is nowhere in the regs that requires a hinged gate. If you don't want to put up a hinged gate, nothing requires it. Sound logical?
Yeah, I don't want her changing it to say you shall have.
Oh, that's the state
I
regs,
know.
so if she's gonna have to go to state to get that, then I don't think that'll happen.
So
So,
if people use cattle panels and they cut a cattle panel down and they wire it on both sides,
yeah,
that's a sufficient gate.
as far as I'm concerned, it is.
Okay.
As far as the $400 fine, she said there is no fines, but her permit is about to expire.
Well, it
And
shouldn't.
I think it's got a time limit on that thing, I don't know. I've never done it with her, the wastewater permit.
To get it built and complete,
Yes.
well, it should be extended, and they just need to send her a letter saying that it has been approved.
And that's, well, like I say, she's got to get through the gate thing before she's gonna approve it. But as far as I'm concerned, everything's kosher with whatever gate she's got up.
I agree.
So I'm just gonna send that back to her.
And you might put in there, you need to send a letter out to this individual, and let them know that this is complete and no other action needs to be taken.
Yeah, okay.
That way the individual, Debbie Rickle,
Yeah.
knows that it's done.
Yeah. Because like I say, apparently everything's fenced and everything, it's just the gate is the issue. Which I don't see it as an issue. So, okay.
Okay. tell me when you're done typing that, Mark, and we'll
Okay.
tackle another thing. But get that done. Okay, so we can go ahead on all these, and go ahead and do this resolution on all these minimum maintenance. We don't have to have another public hearing, correct?
From my understanding,
This is the one with the list of,
yeah, you're gonna sign this today, I'm gonna give it to Ally to put in the paper Wednesday.
and that one.
And then you'll have your hearings.
Why would we sign the resolution before the hearing? Is that what Tom said?
I wouldn't sign it before the hearing.
I think that's the put the hearing in.
Yeah, I wouldn't sign the resolution before we have
That's
a
what you
public
guys are
hearing.
doing, is signing the resolution with the hearing date in it.
I don't think that's backwards, myself personally.
Well, I think that's how they had it set up too. Because then if there's no discussion, then.
Yeah, because this says adopted on the 13th day of January 2025, Board of County Commissioners.
We can't adopt it before we have a public hearing.
It says it will be effective, so there's no hearing, it will be effective upon the publication of the.
But there is a public hearing after that. The public hearing's on the 21st, right?
Yeah, this, I'm not comfortable signing this until, I mean, we've already put it in the home recorder when the hearing is, correct?
No, because it was in that resolution, that's why I was trying to get clarity.
I don't see,
So if you go to the bottom, it gives you your hearing date. And that's all I have for a notice is that.
There's a resolution? I didn't mention it.
today. It just seems odd that we would put that in.
That's what I thought. From discussion, guys. So I said, so I do this, the board can sign this, and I publish it. And we have our hearing here. And I said, yes.
I don't like that. I'm not comfortable signing that before we have a public hearing.
Maybe toss
Like you've already said, it's all okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. It should be effective after the public hearing.
It should be effective after the public hearing on the 21st.
Nothing being tested.
Yeah.
But I don't think it reads it.
I mean, you can read that. It just doesn't appear that we would sign that or vote on it until after the public hearing. I mean, I don't have a problem going ahead and public, putting it in the public recorder that there is a hearing and here's the resolution.
So it's almost like we should have a blank.
And it was a hearing, but it shouldn't be like it's written up as a resolution.
Correct.
So it should be, well, I mean, if you want it as a resolution, that's fine, but it will not be signed and it will not be, the reason it shouldn't be signed, down here where it says adopted the 13th day of January, it should be adopted the 21st day of January, not the 13th.
Okay.
It says adopted the 13th day of January 2025 by the Board of County Commissioners. I would say it would be published without anybody's signatures, just like this,
Right.
with no signatures and adopted the 21st day of January, 2025 by the Board of County Commissioners.
It seems like a waste of
Yes.
newspaper to put the whole resolution
Could
in.
we not just put that in accordance with KSA 68, that little paragraph there, a hearing will be held in county commissioner chambers?
I would say yes.
Yeah, that makes better sense.
And then I can just fix the date so it's all.
I would fix the adopted date down to I would fix the adopted date down to the 21st, because that is when we will actually adopt the
And it states
resolution.
what in that paragraph, it
I just
states,
give that to Ally, we'll put it in the little, public notice.
Yeah, at the conclusion of such hearing, the board shall determine which roads or parts of roads described in resolutions are to be declared minimum maintenance roads.
let's just put that paragraph in there.
I put these two,
I'm fine with that.
pursuant to which state statutes, and then this. I would put those two in there. Doesn't it sound good to you? I'll put
Makes
that.
sense.
And then fix that date down at the adoption, the 13th, because it will be the 21st when we will actually adopt them. If it passes.
It is-
So you're just saying put that fourth paragraph.
The
The second, or
third,
Third and
fourth.
fourth?
third and fourth in is what I would put. That would be my opinion on it
So is this done every year?
No.
No.
So, Linda, what we did was, we had dirt road signs, minimum maintenance signs, different signage. So we had Road and Bridge verify every road in the county that's a minimum maintenance road and what that definition is.
Okay.
We re-signed any road that needed to be re-signed. And now that we've done that, we're creating a resolution doing away with dirt road or minimum or doing away with dirt road.
Okay.
Because the state statute specifically
Correct.
states that it has to say minimum maintenance in
Travel at your own
whatever
risk.
size letters and travel at your own risk and other size letters. Because we had those signs out there, like he said, we had just ones that just said minimum maintenance,
Right.
or we had ones that said just dirt road.
Okay.
And so this gives the sheriff authority, if he finds a vehicle stuck on a road,
Right.
he can write a ticket before he could.
Okay.
And so it was also kind of cleaning up some things, we know which
Yeah,
roads
because
now are
if you read that
minimum
first
maintenance
one.
that we're not sending.
Look at
grade.
the other day,
Okay, makes sense.
such roads specifically described in Exhibit A, so we would have to publish the exhibit that has two vehicles on it.
Okay.
Attached road.
Publish the whole thing. Well, I think
Yeah,
we
because-
publish it unsigned.
Yeah,
You just wanna do the resolution and have.
just
it
do the
on
resolution,
first?
the whole thing, I guess, and call it good.
Yeah. So you can hand that back to Chris.
So,
We'll wait till after the day of the hearing to,
Yeah.
Yeah, I just don't think it should be a resolution.
But then that date down at the bottom is gonna have to be changed too before you publish.
We have a department of troublemakers that are wanting to buy a new
Three,
copier.
three.
Oh,
printers.
3 copiers.
Printers.
Oh, printers.
Hey, in my defense, we have printers from her old office that we've had for years.
So, there's the information on the printers, if you guys want to look at that. I think it's pretty standard, so I'll entertain a motion to approve.
Did you get the third drawer?
He decided not to, because I don't think we use it very much.
3 printers for $4,875, which that department has in their budget.
That's gonna come out of the,
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So whenever anybody wants to make a motion, we'll do that.
I make a motion to approve it. So how you want me to do that?
Yeah,
Do I have
Okay.
a second?
second,
It's been moved and seconded. Any further discussion? If not, all in favor say aye.
aye.
All opposed, same sign.
I go to school till Wednesday and Thursday, and Friday.
Learn. Okay, want to keep going? Did you get your email complete, Mark?
Yes,
Okay.
it is sent.
Okay. We have a resolution 2025-01, whereas West County determined financial statements and financial reports for the year ended December 31, 25, to be prepared conformably with.
I will send it out to him, he's already gone first.
I'm sorry, she doesn't know.
You bet, bye-bye.
with KSA 75-1120A, so on and so forth, just determining that we fulfilled our requirements, whereas we're, let's see here. Whereas there are no revenue bond ordinance, or ordinance for resolution of municipalities which require financial statements and financial reports to be prepared. So, entertain a motion to approve that.
That's 2025-1.
Uh-huh.
I'll move we approve resolution 2025-1.
Been moved and seconded, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Okay. And 2025-02, on the 13th day of January 2025, at a regular session board meeting, Jackson County Commissioners will resolve the following banking institutions within Jackson County, Kansas, which shall serve as depositories for the county funds, and the officers and officials having the custody of such funds. GM Bank Holden, Genesis State Bank, and Farmer State Bank. Entertain a motion to authorize. Entertain a motion to approve our banks as our depositories.
Make a motion to approve the bank's depositories.
Second.
Been moved and seconded. Any further discussion? If not, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. The next one, resolution 2025-03, 13th day of January 2025, regular session of Board of Jackson County Commissioners. It is resolved that the Holton Recorder is the official county newspaper of Jackson County. Entertain a motion to approve that.
So moved.
Seconded.
Moved and seconded, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. With that being said, that may change for 2026 if
Yes.
the
The
state
legislature-
legislator, there's going to be legislation submitted to allow just our website to be our official publication.
Right, but the newspaper association will go after that too.
They have.
They may, but there's so many counties out there
Don't
that
have
have no
papers
official
anymore.
publication
Anymore.
in the county, yeah.
And it would save the county money.
Sure it would, because
Yeah.
like the delinquent tax list and all that.
Oh, right.
You could put it online and
Yeah.
not
Right.
in the newspaper, but,
And like I say, there's a lot of counties that have no official
okay.
publication, so.
'Cause- But
that
the
is
press
the reason.
association usually goes big
Oh,
time
yeah.
after, fights it too.
And it doesn't say you don't have to, it just says you have the ability to not. So there may be instances where taxes and stuff like that still be published in the Holton Recorder, and
Yeah.
but we just aren't forced to use the Holton Recorder.
Right,
And,
especially
you know-
if you wouldn't have to do it 3 times.
Right.
Well, and you know, sitting in meetings and hearing people say, I don't read the report anyway, so I
Right.
never saw it. So
Right.
that kind of takes it away right here. If people aren't reading it, why are we publishing?
I know,
I read my reporter on my computer, and I might get on it twice a week. I'm not hooked into
Sure.
Facebook or that, I'm just
Right.
not,
Yeah.
I'm busy.
Right,
Yep.
I don't need that.
right.
So 2025-04, where the Board of Jackson County Commissioners sitting in regular session this, the 13th day of January 2020. That should be 2025.
What? What? You're gonna have to get
That's
after
so
girls.
close, she said.
All right, which one of your girls you throwing in the bus?
That's the first mistake you guys have made in over a year. So the studies brought us the trash can, the paper, to the
Oh,
sidewalk,
okay.
and this is the trash.
Okay.
That was something Dan did.
Okay. These are all exciting.
Got that one. Okay. Where, we, Board of Jackson County Commissioners, sitting in regular session 13th of January 2025, do hereby resolve to cancel the following warrants, checks by authority of Kansas statute annotated 10-815. So there's a list of checks here that, wow. One of them's for almost $11,000.
What's that?
Hoover,
Who?
the technology people out of the sheriff's office.
Really?
$10,885.
$10,959.89. So these checks will all be put back into the bank, or into the general fund. I'll entertain a motion to approve these, and you guys are more than welcome to look through them before you make.
My name wasn't on there, was it?
No, I already checked.
Yours wasn't the
No, but-
10,000, sorry.
Yeah.
I thought it was like a casino or something.
Isn't that funny that they're,
Harlan been here?
I know,
Does anybody,
reach out to them?
yeah.
We're not, I guess we're not
I mean,
required to.
There's Joe Black, that's his name, daughter.
Mhm. Most of the time, it's normally jury witnesses.
The what?
It's usually witnesses.
Oh, yeah. Witness fees or jury duty day, yeah.
I'll make a motion to approve to cancel the following warrants and checks.
Second.
Been moved and seconded. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. Go ahead, Mark.
We don't sign it anymore. If you're old, you sign it.
And will you guys approve the pay plan?
What's that?
Will you approve the pay plan? Those have the changes on it, it's not.
Okay. Okay. I'm gonna look through it real quick.
Because they haven't got on it.
Scott changed to it is on the front operator report. And. Special project manager. Went up to 3172 for the max, 2909 for the max. Which will be Matt Fritz for special project manager.
Okay, that's, yeah.
And, Dan manager operator.
The one that we signed this morning. Okay.
Christie, would you, do you have the ability to run a report? On, what do you need? Isn't it behind it?
No, that's what I was looking for. That's all I got. I thought that was the front page.
That is the front page.
We, the commissioners of Center.
This one is not my cup of tea, you are correct.
That's two.
You are correct.
Let me know when you're ready.
So what were the changes that were made, the special projects manager?
Special projects, yeah. On the max bid. And.
And that was it for the whole pay plan for that.
So was there a special projects manager before?
Yes.
There was, okay.
So
And that was
Matt,
Brandon, correct?
well, no, Matt was special projects manager.
Okay.
So Matt, instead of having a bridge department, we did away with that a long time ago because we had build bridges, we went and dig them out. But Matt handled everything from digging out the bridges and backfilling them
Right.
to putting culverts in, tubes in, cleaning tubes, crossroad tubes, any going out with the excavator and trimming trees back on minimum maintenance roads. He was in charge of, we just lumped those all together, called it all special projects.
Okay.
Because there's not one thing that he does, there's several, they're just kind of a specialty department.
Okay, all right.
And so,
And he's in charge of quite a few people.
he's in charge of a lot of people.
Yep.
He's in charge of more now because he's working with Scott Kiefhauer, where he's chosen to not replace Linda. And at this point, they seem to think it's working well, people are getting things done. I think some of this may help, like the road grader operators, go have a little more, say in what they're doing, and, but yet still be working within the guidelines. So, and did Christie, when Mr. Trafton was in here, I believe his exact words, or what I heard was, if you don't do something about Mr. Kiefhauer, something's gonna happen. To me, that appears to be a threat. So I'm gonna let Scott know, I'm gonna let Tim know. I think it's important that, since there's already been previous harassing phone calls, to Scott, and, he needs to know what was said. You guys have any other questions about the pay plan?
Where is the IT on here? Was that put on?
Yeah, that's a great question.
No, I didn't, because we haven't made any decision, but I have to break it out of that 25,000.
Okay, so,
I thought we talked about, what, $1? Is that what we
yeah,
talked about?
so I've got here for Aaron to go from 2584 to 2684, IT duties, additional pay, is $2,080. So why don't we wait, or do you want to print that, put that in here? We'll approve this, go ahead and put that in here. Linda, so we'll, instead of hiring another Tim to come in, Aaron has volunteered to do this, not volunteered, then asked if she wanted to do it. When it comes to somebody troubleshooting, hooking the printer up, getting drivers, some of those types of things around the courthouse. Even to the extent she may have to go out to Road and Bridge or down to Dr. Tweed to help them. We agreed to pay her $1 an hour more for those duties. And I even would like to see her do some training. Microsoft offers some online training where she can get certified in Microsoft stuff and stuff like that. Thoughts?
And she's good with all that?
Yeah, she can kind of do something with that.
So,
Yeah, that's.
if that's the case, then
Okay, so
general-
are we going to appoint her as the contact person with, you already did? Did you already take care of that? Okay, perfect.
I mean, I'm still on there. So it's
Yeah.
anything.
So I'd like I guess, an official, motion to be made to put, IT, stipend, or IT, and you have it on the other ones. So you just have administrator,
Yeah.
so if you put IT administration, and it pays $2,080 annually. And put that on here. We'll approve the entire thing. You want to reprint?
And are you, oh, wait,
So now I'd like to send.
that's why I stopped.
It's great. Thanks.
Go ahead.
Well, do you have, before IT, I guess this was referred to. Like down in the treasurer's office, is there somebody doing IT? Okay.
We've got
This is what it's-
Jamie, I think, is that what Lisa was doing? Jamie,
Oh, Jamie did, okay.
Jamie or Lori?
But that's only, she's only gonna do that in their office.
Right,
Yeah.
right, okay,
This will be countywide.
right. Because before, is that on the pay plan anywhere though?
That's a great
Yes,
question.
it should be.
Because I
Website
think it
administration?
had been before.
No, it should be on.
Maybe I'm just-
System operators? What is that?
Yeah, that's it, Department Sensitive.
Okay,
For the website administration?
Well, and then you got six.
oh, right down here,
System
okay, there it
operator.
is.
Okay. And I had a question on the very last one for the budget administration, that's what you and Mary are gonna take over.
Yeah.
Is that sufficient for that?
Wanna try it this year?
I don't know, I mean, yes.
You're
And
gonna
how many hours are you gonna be putting into it?
Are you gonna split that, or is it, how are you gonna divide that up between you and Mary?
Probably split it.
Like what did Kathy get paid to do?
She got 2,000.
Let's try it this
What would
year.
pay Scott?
Look, yeah, it was a lot more.
Yeah.
Um,
I'm not saying necessarily go up to there because you guys are still doing more of it than, but I'd like to see that increase a little bit.
I mean, for 2025, we're talking about it at budget time. Because,
Talk about it at budget time.
okay,
Yeah.
I'm fine with that, but let's leave it.
I think that, I
what it
really
is
do think
for
that needs to be increased.
2025.
Let's look at it for, yeah.
Okay, and do you want me to move the money that we have budgeted for Scott to another fund?
You can, I mean, for ease of use.
Or do you want me to just leave it and it's there?
you
What's
can-
it in that?
Those in county miscellaneous, there's 25.
How much?
In county miscellaneous, so I can try to stay there.
Yeah, you can just stay there, or you can move it into risk management. Either one, but
Yeah.
since we didn't leave some out of risk management,
I'll just leave it there for this year, and if you don't use it, it'll be a year in, I'll move it in.
sounds good.
Okay.
I'm good with that. You guys are?
Yep.
Okay, so system operators, give me a definition of what that is.
Well, that's gonna be, like Larry takes care of your system, and then Lisa would take care of any of their system.
Which is probably Jamie or something.
It's Jamie or-
This is treasurer's office only.
No, Mary also gets that because she takes care of more of her system.
You know, I wonder if on the back here, just put system operator definition. Let's use just some definitions.
Yeah, that way I think that'd be a good thing. That way it's a little more transparency and people, if they want
Yeah.
to look at it and understand what it is.
And then, I think, budget, website administration, I think that's pretty self-explanatory. But systems operations would be nice, and then do one for a definition for IT administration.
Yep.
And put on there, you know, countywide, any offices other than the sheriff's department. They have their own people. Did you want to print this out today again and put it on the way to next week?
I'll just let them do it.
And then we'll do it, approve it next week? Okay, perfect. So we'll table the payroll plan until next week's meeting. And the other change I was noticed on there would need to be, there's a beginning salary for new commissioners, and it's way lower than.
No problem.
All right, we'll table that for next week. So, I would need a motion for that, it's a signature. All right, there's the increase for Aaron. Oh, this was just information on where's the budget, what you had
That's your starting,
for Aaron. This is the clerk tech fund. Is this,
that was with my pay, my purchase order, just so you can see what.
okay, that's a, we didn't.
But I did give you a treasury report just to show you where we're at when we started this.
This one.
And I was, have you guys looked at?
No, I have not yet.
I was just curious about the, what my sheriff was so far in the hole on that. Is there a reason that?
Because we have a distribution check.
Okay.
Yeah, it says what?
Lisa will do distributions this week where they put money in.
Like, there's $13 million out of your taxes, and she needs to distribute to all these different funds.
Thank you.
Okay,
See
perfect.
that? And then, I'm telling you.
Good information.
So beginning of next week, if she brings this new one, we should probably show a whole lot better figures in these
Okay.
county funds.
If you look at that beginning balance, that's what we rolled over
Okay,
from last year.
okay, perfect.
And you had 500,000 more in county general than what we had estimated for the cash carry.
Say that again? I know.
You have about 500,000 more in the cash carryover than what we estimated for county general.
Which is a good thing. And then, I'm gonna go through here, and some of these accounts, we'll wipe off of here for next year, because like, there's one on here that, it was a reimbursement for road repair. We won't have that next year, so that'll just be gone.
Yeah, I'd like to clean up those reports.
Like,
Yeah,
bond and interest with 2 cents in it, what?
We just need to,
they,
Needs to
Can we
go-
transfer that out?
Bond,
Make
yeah,
it go
bond
away?
interest, we don't.
I mean, the bond and interest, we could probably leave that as a line item, but the 2 cents.
No, we
is
don't
kind of-
need it, that's only if we owe the state.
Okay.
yeah, I mean, there was one for ARP on here. We don't have any more of that, we can clear that off the sheet and just clean things up. Okay? So we'll get another report next week.
we can whenever we want.
Okay, cool. Mark, did you have other?
That was the only one that I was curious about, was that one right there.
Van Swergen has a lot of money in it.
Now, the $75,000 sits there, that's what's
We
invested.
can't go below that.
That
You can't touch that.
$75,000 was invested, you don't touch that.
Yeah, it's just the interest off.
Right,
Yeah.
right, scholarship money is what,
I actually, like last year, we gave two kids to Royal Valley last year. I think Dan, Mark gave a couple up here.
Yeah.
So,
yeah, once the interest came back,
Yeah.
it made a difference.
What's the whole hospital?
That's old and it's been there forever, it needs to come off sometime.
$3.78. I mean, that's $3.70 whole.
so there's four,
You're really only supposed to look at the county funds and not those other ones. The rest of this is treasure stuff, like the schools and
Yeah, all the schools and stuff, like the hospital, I thought was kind of weird.
because used to, they got tax money. And somehow there was like,
The hospital did? Was that when we were still the city hospital, or?
yes, the money went to the city and they dispersed it on
Well,
out.
so they owe us $3.78, right?
And so somewhere along there, there was delinquent tax or something that came into that.
Okay.
We need to just ask the auditor, can we just transfer that and get rid of it?
the attorney training. What attorney? Jeff?
No, no.
Oh, well, not Jeff, but
Attorney training is the money that, like Corey, they'll write a check out of the county attorney's fund and put it in attorney training. When they go to seminars and different things
They
like
pay
that,
that out
they
of
usually pay that out of attorney training. They come to the treasurer's office to write a check, because that's not actually a county budgeted fund. So like they would have me have the treasurer write a check
Interesting.
when they do meetings and stuff. Usually comes out of attorney training.
I know that she's probably gonna be down within the next few weeks. If we could run like her budget and how much she's going to have in it that she won't need because of the attorney, that we had under contract.
She's hiring two,
Uh,
she's hiring two.
Two interns, yeah.
right, she's hiring 2 interns, but that's what we need to see
Well, she's giving Amy a pretty good raise.
already.
I'm pretty sure I've seen that on Mary's desk.
Right, and that's why we need to make sure she's staying within budget. If she has a report that shows us what she has for 25 that was budgeted, and with the increases, because I think she was going to increase herself and Amy, so that we can verify that we're staying within budget.
So did she keep all the same people up there? Did she keep all the same
Those
girls?
will be in the store.
Okay.
Because we won't have Friends of Banner Creek, we won't have any more dealing with that till the next big project. What is C1, C2? January to September?
That's the old one. So her year changes then in auction, so.
That's the, one bill that was appropriated? Like
That's the 140 account.
the C1, C2?
That is her grant funds.
That's a
Yeah,
grant.
that's money that
Thank
comes
you.
from up to Hiawatha.
Okay.
So one year you use 144 and 145, then she switches years in October. You use 147 and 148. You guys have not seen this report before.
No, but, I mean,
But
when
that's
you
what
don't
it
do it
is.
every day, you
I
don't,
know, right,
you don't
no.
retain whatever you want.
Yes, yes. It gets confusing.
Like, this elderly services bus replacement, is that, which elderly services, is that for like the vans that they?
Yeah.
Okay, all right, all right. What is this, AAG 2024 grade?
This is in the sheriff's grant.
That's in Kansas, that's in Louisville. So,
The state shorted it 18 cents when they said.
Official minutes, just need to be, oh, you can't sign those. Pass those on, please.
maybe Dan can come back in and sign it.
He probably can.
I don't know.
So now is he gonna do the ribbon cutting on Saturday?
I think so.
Yeah, as far as I know, he'll be there.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And we volunteered to go out and help serve food. Like we're gonna be there 7:15, 7:30.
I've never heard of time.
I think it starts at 8, the breakfast does.
Or are they gonna do the ribbon cutting before
I
that?
thought the ribbon cutting said 8 and the breakfast was 8:30. That's what the paper says.
Don't believe everything you read there.
That's what the paper said.
But 7:15, you say?
Yeah, just to help Kirk get food ready.
Okay. What's he have?
Biscuits and gravy.
All right.
That's a great question. I don't know.
I don't know if he's very smart.
Tax abatements here. Show their way.
And that's when you meet usually.
Yes.
Was Kirk planning on coming in today, or he say anything?
Want me to call him?
No, I think you would let us know. I was curious if you got any snowball out there, too.
Now, do they have a new baby?
He did. It's a little girl, Lily Rude.
Huh?
Lily Rude.
Rude, as in,
Their whole house had COVID too here a while back.
thank you.
Miserable.
You and I were on the same page here.
I just watched that last night.
Didn't say it.
You got to do this one a little long and then
Yes.
lunch and then figure out what else.
Yep, I am.
That was a nice card from Carrie Lewis on board at the hospital.
Card, you said?
Card, yeah, just a short note inside of it. Just appreciate the help we've given them as far as mill increase and all that stuff. Four, there's only two of them. Oh, you already got that, pass
We
it.
each had,
Oh, really? Ah, well, we got
is that from,
Tracy Mann.
yeah,
Actually, Christie needs one to read.
yeah, that's what I was talking
Oh, okay, yeah, I got two of them there. Only need one. You guys read the minutes?
Yes.
Are you all going to be here this afternoon?
What's that?
Will you be here this afternoon?
I don't believe so. No, we have no other business. We'll break for lunch, or we'll close,
Okay.
and we'll be back.
See you, Mary.
Hey, Mark,
Yes, ma'am.
I can't remember the names. All right, which son lives next to me?
Joe.
Joe, that's what I thought.
Yep. Yep. That's him.
You guys have any additions or corrections to the current minutes, or do you want to be ready?
about. I wasn't, that's not part of.
You're not going to test them, so.
Nope.
Mark,
I have no additions or corrections.
I'll entertain a motion to approve them.
So moved.
Second, it's been moved and seconded. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. And I think we got them to the electing a new chairman. Did I get everything off the list?
I think so.
Payroll table, we got that, budget next week, and before. Did you get one of these? I'll let you have mine. Doesn't affect us.
Big book.
So. I would like to take a nomination for, I would nominate, I would nominate Mark Pruitt as chair. For your second.
I'll second it.
Been moved and seconded that we would nominate Mark Pruitt as our new chair for 2025. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign.
Thank you.
Congratulations. Mr. Chair.
I make a motion that the chairman sits in the.
You gotta go through you to get the meeting.
Watch this part. I'm sorry, it dies for last second. See how that's gonna work?
I He quickly moved that, didn't he?
All right, if there's not anything else, you guys have anything else to discuss before we adjourn?
I can't think of anything.
Linda, you got everything you need to get your laptop? and all that good
And I
stuff?
won't be looking to you for guidance, so just so you know that.
Sure. Yeah. Okay, I'll entertain a motion to adjourn. So moved.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Thank you, everybody.
See you Saturday.
Yes, you will.
Do I need to be here Saturday?
No.
I mean, I plan on trying to.
No, it's not any different than going to a conference or something like that.
Yeah.